for day one of our cleanse. We're going to get started into some information today just to talk about cleansing. There's a few people that have signed up, but we're just really wanting to start to bring into an awareness out there for everyone what cleansing is, what we're doing with cleansing, and what our goals are here, and how anyone can really participate. So, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what I'm doing on day one, and then I'll also go through some of the questions I've been hearing from people. Feel free to post your questions too. So uh, we'll be getting into everybody's information for customizing their cleanse and what they should be eating and what they intend to do this time through. So we do this on a seasonal pattern. So this is our spring cleanse. Do the scoop group pattern, and there are other things that we're going to be offering as a part of these. But today I want to focus on remembering why we're here. One of the core definitions that we focus on for cleansing is that this practice is really a core repatterning practice that really removes stressors and frees up energy in our system to help with regenerative health, getting our bodies on track and allowing them to heal themselves. So we're really taking this time to tune in, reset our perspective, and realign to what we want to see in our world, our dreams, our goals. So a lot of you may be intimidated by this process. I've been doing this process now. I've been done about 10 cleanses so far, but as this group process, this is my third process. And what this is really helping us to get our diets on track. Um, and when I say diet, that's not a temporary thing. That's a lifestyle that we all could be living more directly to keep our health on track and let our bodies do what they're meant to do and keep us healthy and keep us free from disease. So with these practices, there's a lot of things we try to focus on removing from our diets, things like um, heavy animal proteins, like red meat especially, but even fish and chicken. All of those just really slow down our digestive process. That's also why we recommend taking out gluten as much as possible, at least for a shortened period of time to allow the digestive process to kind of catch up, because those sticky grains can really slow down our processes. We also recommend taking a break from things like alcohol and caffeine, these artificial things we use in our diets to boost energy or to relieve stress really don't allow our systems to function the way they're meant to. So when we give our bodies a break, it definitely gives us a chance to get some mental clarity and let those digestive processes really get back on track with what they would do without some of these stressors, especially when we've had years of buildup. We do recommend at this for cleansing that we stick to organic foods as much as possible. And I have mentioned a term in some of the information you'll see that we're really aiming for even more than organic, what we call more organic. What that means is that when we look at the quality of our food, when we look at the things that are healthiest for us, are things that are right here in our own environment. And so we do recommend talking to local farmers, going to the farmers markets and looking for community supported agriculture. But those are steps down the line if you're not quite there yet. Right now, we are going to be focusing on also adding certain things into our diet. There are some others that we abstain from, but you'll see that in the information. But the things we want to add some nourishing items, things that are dense in nutrients, so that way we're really getting the things our body really needs. So we're adding things like rainbow and dark colored produce. These multiple colors and dark foods actually contain higher quantities of vitamins and minerals and really do have a living aspect to them because they're not processed. They're as close to source as possible. When you have living foods that have not been processed, they are full of the electrolytes and the hydration that your body needs to process those. So it's a lot easier to process those kinds of foods. Also, dark leafy greens are the same thing. They really have those vitamins and nutrients. Fermented and probiotic foods are a major focus that we talked about because they really assist in gut health. There is a full topic about gut health, and it is one of our primary reasons for cleansing. The healthy gut really supports our optimal function in our bodies, from healing properly to mental clarity, all sorts of things. So those fermented and probiotic foods are important. We also look to the herbs and spices and different things that uh, are available to us and that have been used for centuries. I know as an herbalist, I have found that there is almost uh, so many things out there that can help with anything you may be experiencing. And a lot of what's needed for herbal medicine is really also found by just maintaining proper nutrition. There's a lot of herbs that can help with nutrition as well. So we do go through some of that information and in our recipes and our in-season shopping list, so that way you know what's current and local and available to you in your area. So some other things we nourish with, um, you may, if you do choose to use any animal proteins during this time, we would suggest sticking to um, organic bone broth, which is very high in minerals, and it will have the right kind of fats that work with your body that will help you to absorb those more readily if your body is depleted, especially. This may be something you would choose to do and keep it lighter by using these proteins that are found in broth versus in your heavier meats. But that's just a little bit that's in there. I want to go on to some Q&A. I want to also see if we're still going, but if there's anything. Just taking a moment. So far I've been hearing some different things as far as questions regarding cleansing. Some people have asked me if they really have time for this. There is quite the options when it comes to cleansing. Food is the major thing we focus on here and the information provided, but depending on your level, you can go into the customize and shop for cleansing section of the information. And it does really give you a chance to break down what you're able to do this time. So I suggest even if you're unable to join us on the food level, that you still consider giving up something at this time just for this 10-day period. It could even be refraining from social media or from other information sources and just kind of focusing on this cleansing information that's available to you right now. That way you can really just see if this is something that's resonating with you and start to take in some of the information. The more we expose ourselves to this information, the more we're going to be able to incorporate and start to take the pieces that work for us and really improve our diets. Another question I was asked was, can we have caffeine during the cleanse? I know there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there. I do drink coffee on occasion, but it is something that speeds up the system and can also dehydrate and do things like that to our system. So just during this detox period, I don't recommend coffee on a regular basis myself, but during this period, we're really trying to to experience something different and not just keep doing what we're doing all the time. When we take a break and kind of reflect on our normal habits and see how they're really serving us, it gives us a chance to really more consciously decide and choose if that's something that's really working in our lives. So that's what I would suggest with caffeine and any other kind of thing that's um, maybe an addiction in your life is just taking a step back. And even if you can't fully remove the caffeine, maybe take a couple days off or only have 1 cup a day, anything we can do to kind of start to move to that direction and just really review what we're doing and why. I think another question I had gotten, someone mentioned that they were having some seasonal allergies, and I did notice that that was, or reach out to them because that was something that is a related to gut health. And there's a lot of diseases that are that do find that are better served with a healthy gut. That's a better way to say it. Sorry about that. So things like allergies, even autism, and I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but they all have roots in our gut flora. Gut flora is a very important part of our body. It actually is similar to our brain tissue and is referred to as a second brain center of our body. So the gut and having healthy flora and everything are very, very important to helping us realign with allergies and other types of diseases. So, excuse me. But
I have a question.
great. Like that, Ed. How are you?
Hi. I just wanted to share the sky astrology perspective from the cleanse so that people have an idea, especially people who follow sky astrology, how this can be part of the support for the cleanse.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Okay.